Still playing with harmonic drive, just kind of visualizing how this would all go together. Like I say, I would make a housing for this that was, aluminum or something, and then this gear would be mounted in the housing, and then this would be mounted to the axle drive shaft that runs the chuck or whatever. So you see I made a cup just to kind of see how it would work. So this is another, it's like 48-to-1. Pretty smooth, pretty happy with it. But I thought 50-to-1 wasn't, or 48-to-1 wasn't quite enough. But I didn't know how far I could take this, because I wanted it to be about 4 inches. I didn't want it to be too much bigger, although I could go bigger probably. But I thought, well, I'll go for broke and see if I can do 100-to-1 reduction. And I also bought a new 3D printer, and so I bought an Ender 3, a Creality. So here is 202 outside, 200 inside. I was very surprised at how well this turned out. So, well, one thing I found out with the Ender is I just slapped it together, and it is not square. I ended up squaring it. Sorry about that, the furnace came on. So, okay, so I don't know where I was. I put the Ender together when I first got it, and I printed the 2 gears, and it was out of square enough that you can actually see that this isn't square here. So it was like printing this at an angle like that. So I took it apart last night or the night before, and squared it up. It was a good 1/8 inch off in about 6 inches. So not a small amount. So squared it up the best I could with what I had here at the house, and I'll print some more and see how much better it is. So I don't get a perfect, like, you can see I have, I don't know, is that about half of the teeth are engaged at any given time? Because you have this side too, and it's buttery smooth. So can I make this go back? So there's my mark there. So that's 100-to-1 gear reduction. Trying to get a good view of that. So it kind of walks itself out because there's really nothing keeping it there. Plus it's not square. The gear prints aren't perfectly square to itself. So, but still, very impressed at how well that printed. You see that? I have engagement from here to here. And again, this was all drawn up in, actually, it's drawn up in FreeCAD, but I'm pretty new to FreeCAD, and I found out there isn't a polar array in Sketch. So I ended up drawing the gears in AutoCAD and then importing it as a DXF, and that worked pretty good. I definitely need to play with FreeCAD more. I think what would have worked better is if I made one tooth and then arrayed that as a solid. I'm assuming that works better. But it worked. I got it. I am pretty happy about this. So again, I'm going to probably just I might just make a frame, a simple frame to mount this in, that I can mount a chuck on or whatever, and see how it performs, and I guess go from there. I mean, like, this little, if I did it on this or my little green machine, I don't do production. It's not going to be running 24/7. And if the teeth wear out, or if it wears out, I can print another set, right? I think that's kind of cool. But still, can you tell I'm happy with how well that engages? And, you know, as much as I can, you know, I don't feel anything in that, but honestly, I couldn't really tell, so, until it's mounted in something solid. And, you know, this gives you a pretty good beam strength here, this diameter, to push the chuck around. I mean, you're not going to be, you know, taking huge cuts with it, but still, I think you should be able to get a pretty decent zero backlash gearbox out of this. That's pretty high reduction. Stick a stepper motor onto this. I would make this out of aluminum probably. Not, I'd make it different. I don't know what I'm going to end up with for bearings. I was thinking maybe cam followers might work better. I don't know. It's still up in the air. I'm still kind of thinking about how to do this. So, but still, very happy with the results. I'm very impressed with the Ender, I guess. I started out with a Monoprice Mini. Well, here. Printed a lot of stuff on this, but I've always had little issues with it. And then I just picked up this. And other than having to square it up, it's been printing really nice, and I like this. This is a Pro, the Ender 3 Pro, so it came with a glass table, which is over there, and then this magnetic table, which I'm happy with. It's nicer than using, you know, painter's tape, but painter's tape works too. So, but anyway, I thought I'd just give an update on that. I have a short update on the Cincinnati lathe too. I'll probably put up pretty quick here. It's just showing how much we've tore into it so far and kind of our plan with it. So, but there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. We're engaged from there to there. So, anyway, talk to you guys later.